great fight. Sid Vicious Trillo, 22 years old, 5'3", and a 66-inch reach. Fatima Klein, 21 years old, 5'6", has the advantage in reach in this strawweight bout here tonight between these two Americans. Let's send it inside the cage to Joe Martinez.
Well, fight fans, once again, we are set to go 3 rounds this in the strawweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in officially 114.8 pounds. In 2 fights, she is perfect with 2 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of Santa Ana, California. Here is the undefeated Sid Vicious Trillo. And across the cage stands her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She's a grappler sitting 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in officially 116 pounds. She too stands perfect with 1 victory and no defeats. Fighting out of Wappingers Falls, New York, here is the Archangel, Fatima Klein. And your referee once again in charge of the action, Marcio La Selva.
Fight number 2 on the night. Fatima Klein, Sid Vicious Trillo. Klein in the black, Trillo in the pink. And a clash of styles here tonight, guys. And you wouldn't guess it by watching it right now, but Fatima Klein actually has an infectious smile, an effervescent personality. I mean, she was excited to be here today, but she's got a determined look on her face right now coming into this cage.
Yeah, she said the setbacks from the last fight lit a fire inside of her. Oh, beautiful takedown. Oh, my. Huge ground and pound.
Right hands from Klein, the Archangel.
She's already wrapping up, not quite on the neck, but I like that. You can hear her coach is calling for wrist control. That's very smart right there. It gives the opportunity to strike.
She's doing a really good job of putting her head over the top of Trillo's. For Trillo, she needs to have a high head to be able to get up. For Fatima Klein, by her preventing her and putting her head over Trillo's, she's stopping her from being able to posture up and be able to switch her position and get back up. So she's doing a really smart decision. And while she's doing that, it is putting her in a position to potentially take the back as well.
And you can see that right leg was laced in from Fatima Klein on the top. She's kept it nice and loose and was able to slip it right through. So it was a fulcrum almost for her balance as Trillo was trying to get out.
And she's doing a really good job of riding this somewhat half guard, half knee mount position. And she's doing a really good job of, she can ride whatever Trillo does, she can control. This is a really great position for ground and pound, great position to take the back, great position to transition into mount. So I think this is a really smart move from Klein, and it's showing her evolution on the ground, that she's not just a submission artist, she's got the control, she's got the ground and pound, and she can transition and move her opponent into anywhere she wants them to go.
Absolutely, and again, I'm gonna be geeking out over that wrist control. I'm really liking the way she forces Trillo to fight for it. Oh, she's on the back now.
It's really important for Trillo to fight the hands here.
She's also got to get her hips over to the side. She can actually put some pressure if she hooks that leg. She can put some pressure on the right ankle of Fatima, but I don't think she's thinking about that right now. I think she's thinking protect the neck.
And that's what's so difficult about a body triangle.
Plus it's stretching her out, which is so uncomfortable.
Klein got this fight on her terms right out of the gate. 2 minutes left in round number 1.
Ooh, nice back elbow there from Trillo. It does open up an opportunity for the arm to be inserted. Trillo is staying very calm, in a bad position, but still fighting for the small things.
And she's doing a really good job of tucking her chin. She's keeping her chin close to her chest, close to her shoulder, and really preventing Klein from being able to position that hand where she needs to be able to get the submission.
Trillo told us she's not afraid of this thing going to the ground. She's got a chance to prove it right now.
And she is. She's showing composure. She's obviously in a tough position here. She's showing that she's, you know, defending very well. She's got composure. And, you know, if this goes to the second round, you know, every fight starts standing. So it'll be time for her to potentially do what she needs to do to be able to get back in this fight.
And putting herself parallel to the cage there does give her a little bit more of an opportunity to move her hips to the side. However, it would be on the other side. Oh, you can see Fatima's switching up her foot position. And Trillo's trying to use the cage to push away, to climb. Still, that choke is a threat. I don't know if she's under the neck right now, but she's stretching the body out and putting a lot of pressure, not under the neck.
I would love to see Trillo reverse and switch her hips here and end up in, you know, top guard and start to do some work on her own. But Fatima's just, man, she's just so tight with her transition. She does not let you create space at all.
And again, she's wrapping up. Even if it's not under the neck, around the chin is extremely painful. Puts a lot of pressure on the neck, on the teeth.
And
break a jaw.
Damian Maia has actually had a couple of rear naked choke submission finishes from that because the pressure is so intense.
Seconds remaining in round number 1. Trillo trying to deliver some shots from a tough position, closing out round number 1, and there it is. Well, guys, Fatima Klein, we know she likes to get it to the ground, and she went for it right out of the gate.
She certainly did. And, I mean, she wanted to showcase other skills, but she knows where her bread and butter is. She knows where her strength is. I have to say, I am impressed with Trillo. Sid Vicious shows that she's vicious at defending those attempts, those submission attempts as well. She's got some really smart awareness in there.
This takedown is just so effortless. She uses her strikes to enter into the pocket for the takedown, and that's such a high-level move. I feel like with a lot of people who are young in their amateur careers, it's very much striking, or early in their pro career, sorry, it's striking and then wrestling and then grappling. MMA is transitioning to who can blend it all together most effectively, and that is what Fatima Klein is showing today. Now, she's won the first round. I would like to see her strike and showcase her improvements on the feet. She knows she's winning on the ground.
We'll find out where things go here in round number 2.
And Sid Vicious knows she has to stay in motion or that takedown's going to be there. She's got to keep those feet moving and not allow a planted position that she can be taken down from. Nice right hand there from Fatima Klein. Oh, nicely
There's a
done.
takedown once again. This time it took 30 seconds.
And it's just effortless. She does such a phenomenal job of blending her takedowns in and hiding them behind her punches. And that is just such a high-level move. And it's so great to see somebody who is just 1-0 utilizing that type of high-level thinking in their approach to their fights.
Well, Megan, you told us as we were talking on Monday about this strawweight division in Invicta, and there's some good young talent. We're talking about a 21-year-old and a 22-year-old going to work here right now.
I mean, I hadn't even gotten to MMA at their age. I didn't start for another couple of years. So it is the talent that these ladies are at for the age that they're at is insane. And I think we're showing that tonight. And even Trillo, she might be on her back right now, but she is showing her toughness, her durability, and her, you know, defense, which is so important. I mean, it is so hard when you're coming up against somebody in Klein who is a brown belt and has competed at high level in that category. I mean, she's doing a phenomenal job for the level of competition that she's fighting right now.
Absolutely, and you can see Fatima Klein now is attacking that arm. What she does is she transitions submission attempt to submission attempt, and she has a very sophisticated leg game. Her feet are always reading, her hips are always reading the movement of her opponent. So when she attacks something with her arm, her legs are already in motion to respond. And that's not to take anything away from Sid Vicious, who is, I mean, She is fighting hard right now. It is just exhausting to be underneath somebody who is continually moving, continually making those transitions. Nicely done there.
And Klein just has an answer for everything, and that just shows the high-level nature of her jiu-jitsu, her ability to trap set in her jiu-jitsu game. As we're seeing is she's just feeding her into the positions that she wants. Now we've seen her taking the back.
I think it's as mentally exhausting for Trillo as it is physically trying to defend yourself against all of those things.
And you can see Trillo's trying to get her feet to the cage and trying to use that as a leverage point to push off to get some hip space. Klein pushing over into mount. Ooh, big strikes. And look at
Raining
that.
down with the right hand is Fatima, the Archangel Klein.
Oh, nicely done. She's got the head and arm locked up right there. And you can see,
She's going
wow,
for it.
nice. Go ahead.
I was going to say, she looks like she's about to sit for a guillotine potentially, but she, you know, Trillo went to her back, giving Klein the mount.
She's got the arm.
What a transition.
Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that.
We are seeing some high-level groundwork from these two young competitors.
We certainly are. And the arm is still in there, the elbow's still in there. And Klein has a very nice leg position on that to continue to roll belly down. But you can see Trillo is using everything within her power to keep that stacked up and to prevent that roll.
I mean, we've got to give some credit to Trillo right now.
Oh my gosh, look at what Trillo did. Absolutely, Nate. We should.
And she's back up.
Under a minute remaining in round number 2.
Now, back on their feet, but you can see Klein has that knee inserted, which can disrupt the balance and set up a trip. However, her head is buried, so reaching over the head of Trillo. Oh, back up.
Trillo has been defiant in some difficult positions through the first 2 rounds. She's still in this thing.
She certainly is.
Just seconds remaining in round number 2.
Standing head and arm choke attempt by Klein. Difficult to pull off from right there at that angle. Oh, no. Oh, man. That transition to a double leg, guys.
Megan Jules, this is some good stuff.
On the ground. Her level and her IQ when it comes to her jiu-jitsu is insane. And just the way that she flows effortlessly, and it's like she's not even sweating. It's not like she's doing any work. She just lets her opponent make the mistakes and she capitalizes on it. But Trillo, oh my God, the heart of this young lady.
Absolutely.
She's still in it. She's getting back up and she's trying to mount her own offense in the process.
Oh, and that armbar attempt. I mean, beautiful. It looked deep to me, but Trillo stayed in motion. She read it exactly. She read the transitions that were happening. And yeah, Fatima locks up. She locks up, triangles her legs. Trillo yanks that head out, continues to roll. I mean, Trillo was in some bad spots, but she never stopped being offensive in her defense, if it makes any sense whatsoever.
We're seeing some great strawweight action already, and we still have our main event coming up later, the strawweight title on the line with Ducote and Zappitella. But I'm excited we get one more round of this.
Yes, please. Oh.
Making sure both sides get the proper corners. I believe we're hearing from Judge Marcio La Silva there might have been an illegal knee.
Oh, I'd like to see the replay of that. I don't remember that. I was looking at the double leg. I didn't see an illegal knee. Interesting.
They want to see if we can get an instant replay here. I'll call out to the guys in the truck. I don't know if we have it here.
There?
At the 42nd mark or so.
I'm not a fan of this happening while the fighters are in the cage right now getting ready for their next round. I feel as though I guess it gives him more time to rest.
40 seconds left in the round is when they believe it might have happened.
And it was from that clip. We really need to see these guys fight right now, though. I mean, they're waiting for this third round. Everybody's waiting. I would prefer that this actually instant replay happen at another time. I know that doesn't mean instant replay, but these ladies are ready to fight, and I think that's what needs to be happening right now.
And that is what's going to happen
now. Good decision. All right.
Round number 3. Klein, Trillo.
Trillo has a very fast hook. It hasn't quite landed yet, but I would like to see if she can get into that range. It's hard to do because Fatima Klein has some long limbs. Oh, takedown attempt from Trillo.
And Trillo drives this one to the ground this time. Klein back up to her feet, though.
All right, Sid Vicious.
Does that surprise you guys that she went for the takedown this time?
I mean, that doesn't surprise me at all. Like, that's okay, I can also take you down. You took me down, I'm going to take you down. That's her trying to get one back.
Absolutely, and it shows where her mindset in this fight is. She is all aggression. She has been controlled on the ground, but she's been also fighting out of everything. And you can see she's controlled against the cage a little bit. Fatima Klein was using her head to pin her. She's using her legs now. She's got that underhook, but look at the way Trillo's digging for underhooks too. She will not have it. A lot of bounce still there in Trillo for somebody who has been defending for 2 rounds. It sounds like I'm being anti-Trillo, but I'm a huge fan of this.
I mean, so she's still trying to find her range, and as a shorter fighter, she's going to have to double, triple up on that lead hand. She needs, and she's going to take a couple shots to get her own. And once she closes that range, she has to keep it there. She's letting Fatima re-establish that range, and then she's going to have to work to get back in again. So I would like to see her kind of double or triple up on that lead hand, get in the pocket, maybe hit some body shots, then go back up to the head.
Oh, big right hand there.
Klein comes charging in once again and drives it into the ground.
What a fight. Again, Trillo on her back, pinned against the cage and looking for ways to hit. I love the way Fatima Klein is reading the hips right there.
We are halfway through round number 3.
Nice heavy shoulder pressure there. And you can see Trillo is opening it up, using her hand to kind of open the space, and also using her feet on the cage to try to establish a better position. Yeah, and it is that knee, you can hear, I don't know if you guys can hear in the crowd, but it is that right knee of Fatima Klein that Trillo's got to be defending against. And nice hip switch there, did it. However, look at Fatima Klein is just going to find a way to pass with side control.
Klein is doing a really good job of preventing Trillo from getting her underhook. And that is so important as a, the person on the bottom. You need your underhook to be able to switch your hips and get back up. And Fatima is doing a really good job of shutting that down.
And I mean, this is what you do when you're pinned on the ground. You keep your body in motion like Trillo is doing. You just keep moving, you have to. It does open up possibilities for Fatima Klein to advance to a different position. And I think she might start targeting that arm in a second. Nice elbow.
1 minute remaining in round number 3. Klein looking to finish off by inflicting some damage. There's a left-handed shot.
Oh.
And now raining down punches. Klein closing this fight out.
Beautiful. You can see Trillo's still moving her legs, but she's getting a lot of those shots are coming through. And Fatima's pace is also something to keep an eye on. Now Trillo's turning over. She's got the leg trapped. And Fatima wrapped right up there.
Nice elbow. Fatima Klein was just hammering down blows here in the final seconds of round number 3.
It's like Donkey Kong. Oh.
And there's the stoppage.
Right.
A statement from Fatima Klein, the Archangel, with a stoppage in round number 3. The two young fighters absolutely battling it out here at Invicta FC 47.
And you know, you said at the top of the broadcast, Nate, there's something to prove. That's what I think everybody on this card has in common, something to prove. And I think they both proved something here tonight. Fatima Klein, dominant performance.
Klein was looking to prove that she had grown and matured from not being able to make that fight the last time around. Her team came together instead of being split apart. And boy, did she finish this fight.
Huge hammer fist, huge hammer fist. And, you know, going back to Sid Vicious, I think she proved that she is no slouch.
I mean, her defensive work, Megan, when she was in trouble a couple of different times in this fight, showed what she's made of.
Oh, she really did. She showed that no matter what, she will not give up, and she will not give up looking for her own offense in the process. And I think either of these ladies shouldn't be disheartened with their performances tonight. I think they both showed tremendous heart.
All right, let's send it up to Joe Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially 4 minutes, 45 seconds. Round number 3. Referee Marcio La Selva puts a halt to the bout. Your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Fatima, the